This is a test to see how Libyan Infantry do against Legionary Cohorts. Libyan Infantry are the mainline infantry of Carthage. They are slightly more expensive than the Legionary Cohorts of Rome. They have a lower melee attack. They have more weapon damage. They have the same health, the same morale. They have less armor, but they do have the shield wall. Melee defense is higher for the Libyan Infantry, but not by a huge amount. I think Libyan Infantry are great units. They have performed well in many of my Carthaginian battles. Carthage is without a doubt my favorite faction and the faction that I've played the most. I played Carthage so much that I basically had no idea what I was doing with other factions, so I haven't played a lot of Carthage lately, but Carthage is a very nice and diverse faction. And from what I've seen, I thought that the Libyan Infantry should do well against Legionary Cohorts. They both have bad charge bonuses, 18 and 14. But the main difference between them, I think, is that the Libyan Infantry has access to shield wall. That's going to increase their armor and their melee defense, but the Legionary Cohort already start out with 15 more armor than the Libyan Infantry. So, since these units have formation attack, we're going to alternate between using formation attack and not using formation attack. It should be apparent which unit is using formation attack and which unit is not using formation attack. So we're going to be charging in. There we go. Formation attack, not formation attack. Big difference. So they're doing about the same on the charge here. Fairly evenly matched, I should say. But as the melee progresses, the Legionary Cohort's higher melee attack and armor is going to mean that they will defeat the Libyan Infantry. So here we go, we're going to be activating shield wall after 20-30 seconds. Here we're going to have formation attack, and this is interesting because when you activate shield wall and you have formation attack on, the unit is going to bunch up and reform in the center. When you activate shield wall and formation attack off, the unit is still going to have its bonuses, but it's not going to bunch up in the center, and that is potentially huge. So we'll see if it makes a difference in how the battle goes. It looks like the Libyan Infantry that formed up is getting spanked by Legionary Cohort. The Libyan Infantry that is outside of formation attack is doing slightly better, but they are still getting spanked by Legionary Cohort. So now we're activating shield wall right away. We'll see how they do then. And the same thing happens, bunching up in the center. The Roman unit is off formation attack, so it's going to blob around and do a lot of damage to the infantry. The Libyan Infantry that charges in and activates shield wall right away is going to do better against the Legionary Cohort than any of the other units. And this is something I've seen with units that are more tanky than they are devastating on the charge. It's going to be more effective to charge in and activate shield wall right away than it is going to be to wait, because your charge bonus is so small that waiting is only going to mean that more enemy units are going to be able to kill you because you have less armor and you have lower melee defense. So Libyan Infantry getting defeated when in formation attack and with shield wall on, but Libyan Infantry that has shield wall on and turns off its formation attack is going to be able to defeat Legionary Cohort. But that is the only time that it was able to defeat Legionary Cohort. So with Libyan Infantry and Thorax Swords and Parthian Swords, the way to go against Legionary Cohorts, if you want to defeat them, is formation attack off, instant shield wall. That is how I've been using them, and that explains why I think they are a good unit, because if you just charge them in and you wait too long with your shield wall, like you would with a barbarian unit, then you are actually going to lose strength and honor.